Spider-Man trailer. Let's web right into it. Trailer before trailer.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Woo!
That was so good.
Nice. So Aunt May is okay with him.
Thank you. Me too.
Thank you.
Happy has a beard.
It is. No.
Awkward. Yeah, what just happened indeed. It's not his 7th anniversary anymore.
Going to Europe. School trip.
Oh yeah.
Get your passport.
Yep. Spider-Man Homecoming franchise is back, baby.
Mini toothpaste.
That passport picture.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
They might, buddy. But at the same time, understandable.
You look really pretty.
Therefore, I have value.
No, that's not
I'm
right.
messing with you. You look pretty too.
I just want to spend some time with MJ.
Face palm.
That reminds me when I first saw Love. I had just finished my film copy.
What?
So nice to finally meet you.
Oh, whoa. Oh yeah.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
He does have clothes on.
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
Summer.
Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
London bus.
Awesome.
Probably not awesome for him though. Sandman!
You got gifts, Parker.
At least I think that's Sandman.
To do.
London Bridge.
Are you going to step up?
Whoa, look at that gliding Spidey action right there. And Molten Man. Whoa.
Friends are in trouble.
New suit. Yes, Hydra Man.
What are you going to do about
Leaked footage. Yes! Where's this fishbowl? You don't want to be a part of this? Where's this fishbowl? Oh, there it is. Looks just like Mysterio. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yes! Yes, so you see me everything.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man, Thor rolled into one.
He's a Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
Well, he looks up for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. What's up?
Hypocrite. Before I get to talking about the trailer and telling you my thoughts on it, I want to talk a little about the Lego sets. Of course. And of what I would want to see in them now after seeing the trailer. Now, I know there are leaked lists of the sets and whatnot, but this is just me talking about what I want to see after seeing the trailer. And maybe talk about the leaks another time. So, of course, first thing is of course, obviously, a set of Mysterio, because, come on, we need a Mysterio minifigure. Because he's definitely one of the more classic Spider-Man villains. It's surprising we haven't got him in Lego form yet. I even dreamed about it once, where I went into a store and saw a set with Mysterio. Yeah, that was weird. And maybe we can even have him with and without the helmet, I don't know. But yeah, for sure, they better have a set with Mysterio, which they probably will. It'd also be cool to get a comic-based Mysterio minifigure, but that's talk for another day, another video. And then also along with Mysterio, of course, I do want to see the elementals in the sets. Maybe they can have like a brick-built Hydra Man in the water form, or also in his human form, maybe both. Though that does sound a little tricky, but... And maybe something same or similar for Sandman and Molten Man. And then have your Lego Spider-Man fighting and battling against them. And I'm loving the film's European settings, so I'm hoping maybe some of the sets can have like some European-style builds. Maybe even some little vehicles and buildings, I don't know. Either way. And then, sadly, we don't normally get very much side characters in LEGO sets, but some side characters I would like to see would include, of course, Ned, because it'd be nice to have him as a minifigure, and he's such a fun character. Happy Hogan, since we haven't got a figure of him yet. Maybe a new Nick Fury, and maybe Michelle/MJ. And that's my thoughts and what I would want to see for the LEGO sets, and if you guys want to, you can let me know what you want to see. And I'm sure I might have some other ideas, that's just the ones I can think of at the moment. Now, on to thoughts of the trailer. So anyways, for the trailers, let's talk about the highlights. For me, of course, for one thing, the setting of this movie, of course, the setting of the movie is going to be in Europe, so he is literally far from home. But I actually I like that. I actually kind of like the idea of having Spider-Man in Europe. I actually think that's kind of cool, and cool seeing Spider-Man, you know, gliding and swinging around stuff like tower bridges and whatnot. It's just cool. Aunt May has recovered from the ending of Spider-Man Homecoming and looks like she's actually learned to get used to Peter as Spider-Man, which I'm glad to see that it turns out she's okay with him being Spider-Man after all. And it's going to be interesting to see that take on Aunt May, the Aunt May that supports Peter as Spider-Man. And the return of Happy with a beard and a little thing with Aunt May. Oh, come on, first Tony and then the waiter at the restaurant, now Happy. I guess this is going to be the only time where everyone has the hots for Aunt May. And then, while I knew Nick Fury was going to be in the movie because, you know, news and rumors and whatnot, that was still a nice surprise, though. Fury really had to shoot Ned. I mean, suppose he had to shoot him in the neck, really? I don't know. But still leads to a hilarious joke.
I want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
Which I just think that's so funny right there. I also do think that maybe this could also mean the possibility of that. We don't know what's going to happen with Tony, but maybe if something happens to Tony in Endgame, maybe this means Nick Fury will be Peter's new mentor. I suppose it makes sense, because I think supposedly that's how it was in the comics. So, also did notice Peter does talk about MJ or Michelle as if she could possibly be the new love interest. I mean, suppose it makes sense since she's MJ, even though she's not that MJ, but I don't know. They barely had any interactions or chemistry in Homecoming, but I don't know, maybe it'll change. You'll see. Of course, there was Elementals, which were being Sandman, Molten Man, and Hydra Man, and I really got to see all three, at least glimpses of them. Yeah, I do love 2 out of 3 of those villains. I love Sandman. He might be in one of my top 5 Spider-Man villains, and he'd be my favorite part of Spider-Man 3. Hydra Man I do feel like is a really underrated Spider-Man villain, and even if they probably will be henchmen, kind of like the Shockers, and I still hope they get to do something cool in the movie. And Hydra Man knocks him down, which we did get a sort of a leak of that, thanks to Tom Holland, because he kind of showed it in the background of his Instagram and one of his Instagram videos. So still cool though. And then of course we get our first look at Mysterio, even though he just shows up and he right away doesn't have his fishbowl head, which I'm a little bit mixed feelings on that. Like, I kind of feel like that's what I like about Mysterio, is that he wears the helmet and it's kind of makes it a mystery of who he is. But if he just comes right out with the face, I don't know, like, I kind of feel like it takes away the Mysterio a little bit. Mysterio, yeah. We still see him with the fishbowl head, so happy. I kind of wish we could have seen a little bit more of the fishbowl head. We only see a glimpse, but still. Yeah, and also Mysterio is never one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, so I do hope they do him justice and he'll be as good of a main villain as Vulture was. The Spider-Man logo looked kind of a little bit vaguely similar to a globe. Who knew? I know it's kind of random, but it also kind of reminds me of Madagascar 3 trailer logo. Just putting it out there. Of course, we got the tag with Flash, where it turns out Flash is apparently a Spider-Man fan, and he's just saying how great Spider-Man is. Then, meanwhile, when Peter comes in, he just teases him, calls him a name, which... If you think about it, Flash's names for Peter are starting to become a little too similar. Enough of that. Moving on. Yeah, this definitely was an awesome trailer, and I actually do have a soft spot for Homecoming. I know some of you may not be too fond of Homecoming, but I personally have a soft spot for it because it was my first MCU movie that I saw in theaters and one of the first MCU movies I really got hyped for, so that's kind of why I have a soft spot for it. And it definitely does look more different and bigger than Homecoming, and I do feel like that's what a good sequel can do, which is to be different and bigger but still have the quality. So it definitely looks bigger than Homecoming, but hopefully it'll be just as good. So what do you guys think of the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer? Good, bad, okay? Let me know in the comments down below. And let me know your ideas and what would you want to see in the LEGO sets as well. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
I'm messing with you. You look pretty too.